All right, Oval fans, hope everybody's doing well. Now, if you don't like when I do MCU comparisons, you're probably not going to like this video, but either way, you can't tell me the comparisons between Curtis, who is Victoria's father, and he who remains the character that Jonathan Majors played in the final episode of Loki season 1. And who's also portraying Kang the Conqueror in the MCU moving forward. So before getting further into this video, because we're going to be talking about whether or not Hunter will have his order carried out to have his father-in-law killed, because he assumes that Curtis is the reason behind the attempted shooting when they got back to the White House, because of the brief conversation that they had on their way back from his house. You never learn. Sir, fighting in the middle of a presidential motorcade. Come on now. All right, so before moving forward, go ahead and take a moment to hit subscribe, because over 70% of the views on this channel come from those who have not subscribed to the channel. Please do so, because it helps the channel out a lot. And it helps me get closer to 200,000 subscribers, trying to hit that number before the end of the year. So, I think this is obviously something Hunter's going to do without telling Victoria, because he doesn't give a freak what she has to say anyway. But, honestly, I get the anger. You know, if somebody took a swing at you, you would want to meet with them. Who cares about protocol? This person took a shot at me. I want to meet this person right now. You know, I want to know what the hell he was thinking, who sent him, you know, understandable stuff. But I get it. You know, when you're president, you can't just do anything you want to, even though Hunter seems to not understand that. So, Victoria's father made it clear, as soon as he's gone, that's a wrap on Victoria and Hunter. No protection. Everybody's going to know Hunter doesn't do a damn thing. He's incompetent. The people who put him in that position are going to remove him from said position, dead or alive, to put somebody else in that place. But he decides, kill him right now. No, I think he told Donald, kill him tonight. And then as a result, the doors are going to, the gates of hell are going to open up, and all these people are going to be coming for him in Victoria. But he is thinking in the moment, because he feels like, well, if he wants us dead now, then I want him dead now, and the hell whatever happens next. Now, you're probably wondering, well, Jeremy, that's a pretty profound thought, but what does this have to do with He Who Remains from Loki? Glad you asked. If you haven't watched Loki, well, I don't want to say spoiler alert, because the show's been out for months, but I want to make this as simplistic as possible, focusing only on episode 6. We got the TVA. Basically, He Who Remains is afraid of himself. Loki introduced what was called variants, meaning that if we live on timeline A and then timeline B, there is another you. Like, let's say you are a shoe salesman in timeline A or 1, and then in timeline 2, you are the CEO of Burger King. That's your variant. That's another version of you from a different timeline. Or, in Flash terms, a doppelganger. So, he mentions that the TVA is evil because it deletes timelines that stray from the sacred timeline. Basically, any sort of nexus event that changes something drastically, like maybe you killed somebody when you weren't supposed to. Maybe somebody got elected president that wasn't supposed to, or something along those lines. The TVA goes in and deletes that timeline. So, Kang is like, or He Who Remains says, guess what? You might see me as the devil, but I keep you safe. Doesn't that sound like Curtis? And you could take my place, go back and rule the TVA, and everything is good. Or you could kill me, remove me from the equation, disrupting the entire timeline, and everything falls apart. All these other timelines will branch off, and you will have an endless amount of me. Because guess what? If you think I'm the devil, if you think I'm evil, then you should meet some of my other variants. Meaning that if you kill me, you're going to have to deal with variants of me that are even worse. That is basically what's happening in the Oval, where you might not like Curtis and Maude, Victoria's parents, but they are protecting you, Hunter. But, you know, Jason killed Maude, and Hunter wants Curtis dead. And by doing so, you are going to unleash so many other devils who are coming to get you. It's just like in the show, Sylvie killed He Who Remains because she was mad about, you know, being yanked from her timeline and being on the run as a variant for decades. Loki's the one who's like, wait, listen to him. I think he's telling the truth. That's literally Victoria in this situation, because of the fact that, don't you understand? If you kill him, everything's going to crumble apart and we're going to have to fight for our lives. Hunter is doing the same thing. He's lashing out because he feels like somebody came for him. So like the title of the episode was, an eye for an eye, he wants to take out Curtis, but by doing so doesn't think about the repercussions of what happens next. So Donald told Kyle, and Kyle was ready to like, hey, do we need to take him out now? Talking about Hunter. So I don't think Curtis is going to be killed by Hunter. I know Hunter isn't going to pull the trigger, but I feel like I don't see why he doesn't understand. Not to mention, we still don't know who the inside mole is in the White House. For all we know, Donald and or Kyle could be the people leaking info from the White House to Victoria's dad. There's no way in hell they would kill off Hunter before killing Curtis. Because, like Donald said, the man's already dying. So, what do you think? I don't think the order is going to go through because of the fact that it's freaking Curtis. And Victoria might get wind of this before it even happens. But then again, with Hunter being Hunter, Curtis might be killed off. And then as a result, Victoria's going to be like, what the hell happened? And then all these people are going to start coming for him. Because remember, the second lady and vice president are going to be present in season 3. So I feel like they could be the first wave of people trying to come after them. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Like I said, I apologize if you don't like the MCU stuff, but if you watch Loki, you will understand the reference. But thanks so much for tuning in, guys. Make sure you hit subscribe. And if you want to donate to the channel, feel free to do so on PayPal or Cash App.